Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really beautiful and thoughtful poem by Markus Natten called Childhood. We're going to treat it kind of like a detective story, a search for a moment that, let's be honest, slips away from all of us.
So, the poem opens with this haunting question, one that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has asked ourselves at some point. It's that feeling, right? You suddenly realize you're not a kid anymore, but you can't, for the life of you, pinpoint the exact day it happened.
Because this really isn't just a poem, it's an investigation. It's a deep dive into this universal human experience, that quiet, almost unnoticed transition into adulthood. All right, let's start following the poet's clues. Okay, so clue number 1. The poet's first lead in this search points to that moment when cold, hard facts start to chip away at the magical beliefs that pretty much define being a kid.
This right here is a huge turning point, the awakening of rational thought. All of a sudden, these amazing, abstract ideas you just believed in are being tested against the tough logic of the real world.
This moment just perfectly captures that loss of innocence. The world, which once felt full of these endless, unseen possibilities, suddenly gets a little smaller, a bit more defined, and yeah, a little less magical. It's the first real crack in the foundation of childhood wonder.
The search continues. Now, the next clue. This one involves a kind of painful realization about the role models in a child's life. You know, the adults they look up to.
So the poet circles back, asking that central question all over again. If it wasn't the loss of magic, could this be the moment? Was this discovery the one that made childhood just disappear?
And boom, there it is. The moment of disillusionment. If that really jarring realization that adults don't always practice what they preach. Their words and their actions just don't line up. And this is one of the absolute core themes of growing up, isn't it? Realizing the people you thought were perfect are actually complex, flawed human beings. The pedestals you put them on start to crumble just a little bit.
Okay, let's move on to the next clue. Now, this one might just be the most important turning point in this whole investigation. It's a really fundamental shift in perspective.
And this is where the poem's tone really changes. It pivots away from focusing on what was lost, you know, the magic, the innocence, and starts to focus on what was gained, a really powerful sense of self. This is it. This is the discovery of your own identity, your own intellectual independence. It's that exact moment you stop just absorbing the world around you and you actually start forming your own unique opinions about it.
This isn't just about thinking for yourself. It goes deeper. It's the fundamental realization that your thoughts belong to you and you alone. You're no longer just an echo of your parents or your teachers. You are becoming your own person.
So, after exploring all these clues, the loss of magic, the truth about adults, and finding your own mind, what's the final answer? Where did childhood actually go?
See how the poem's final stanza shifts the question? It's no longer, when did it go, but where did it go? And that little change, it signals a resolution is coming, the final piece of our puzzle. And here's the beautiful conclusion. The poet figures that childhood isn't a time that just ends. It's more like a forgotten place, a state of pure, untouched innocence that you can only really see again in others.
So let's do a quick review of the clues we uncovered in our investigation. We went from the blind belief tied to heaven and hell, to the intellectual independence of having a mind of your own, and finally, we land on this idea that innocence is just hidden away, waiting in a new life.
So the ultimate lesson here isn't about the sadness of losing something. No, it's about the quiet acceptance of a totally natural part of life. There's no single event, no one day it happens. It's a slow, reflective, and deeply personal journey for every one of us. The poem's journey of self-reflection really just invites us to start our own. It doesn't just answer a question, it passes it on to us, leaving us with this final, powerful thought to really chew on for ourselves.